Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I have a new journal that I want to show you. This is made from the current fun pack. And in addition to the fun pack, I've added just a few things to mine that were in my personal collection. And I feel like that's what everybody does when they make a journal using things that they buy. They add from their own stash as well. That said, the fun packs have a lot in them, and I feel like you can make a journal just with what's in the fun pack. Let me show you the cover. There is a lot on here. The cover is made with this really pretty butterfly fabric, and every kit has a really nice size piece of this. So I've got some batting under this, and I turned the fabric over to the inside and stitched all the way around to make it really neat. The fringe that you're seeing is from a flat piece that I sewed down on the inside after I put the outside cover on. I sewed some lace to each edge, and I sewed some flowers to the front. This is a safety pin that I decided just to like unwind with my pliers, and I put a few beads on it to match the colors. This lace is glued down after I had sewn this into place, and that's just some fabric that I had in my workshop. I put a key on the front of this. Jay, this is one that you sent me from Chicago, and I've had this for a long time, and I thought it was really pretty with this journal. So I decided to finally go ahead and use it, and I do love that. Thank you. These are a couple of little bead charms that I found recently. I think this is some sort of a craft that people do. Some of the beads were wired together, and you can actually end up with blocks of these. I'm not sure what this is called. You can hook them together and make long chains of beads. Anyway, it was really pretty. There were some that were attached completely in blocks. And this is something that I had in my personal collection. I think it's vintage. I think somebody crocheted a flower, and I just thought the color was really pretty on here. It's got a safety pin on the back. So let me just show you the journal that I made. I'm going to try to go through this quickly, and then the next video will be the actual fun packs. This piece of lace is stretched all the way across just to make sort of a belly band on top of a pocket that I made with some fabric I had. There's a tag in here and a pretty piece of stationery. It looks really Victorian. This page is just it's a fake $1,000 bill, and there are some large envelopes in here that I used to make some pages. Deb, who comments sometimes, she is someone that I have become friends with, and many of you I have become friends with through this channel. She sent me the most gorgeous Happy Mail. This was in the Happy Mail, this little paper clip with the ephemera on it. And there was a calendar page in it. I need to show you the entire thing, the Happy Mail package, but like this is one of the beautiful things that was in the Happy Mail. And it's got all of these treasures inside. But I don't want to get too sidetracked right now, Deb. I just love this. You know I do. It was just absolutely gorgeous. There's a music page, a calendar page. Here is a library, like one of the cards where you check the books out. This really pretty paper. I love the color of that. It's not really tan. It's not really orange. I don't know what to call it, but it's very pretty. It's got kind of a vintage color. There is a really pretty card from a deck of tarot cards. I don't read tarot, but I love the artwork on most tarot cards, or a lot of tarot cards. There's another piece of library ephemera, and another page that is just made from a fake $20 bill. Now, I love the way this turned out. This is a CD envelope, and I used a piece of paper that had been underneath things I was working on. So it's got a lot of different stamping and fading, and it looked vintage. I attached to that paper with some masking tape some baby's breath that I had pressed. And you can see there's one butterfly on the outside and one on the inside. And Jay, these are some of the butterflies you sent to me recently. I could come back and distress the edge, but I wanted to stop playing in the journal long enough to show you how my journal turned out, and then show you the fun packs. I always like to keep one for myself to make my own journal. And then I sell the rest of the fun packs. Beautiful old postcard with a scene. The garden of the Waldstein Palace. That's in Prague. And then we have another beautiful paper clip from Deb. Here is a little textile sample, a fabric sample. And Deb, all of these flowers, still have some glue in here. All of the flowers came from Deb. And when I get to another page, I'll tell you why I've got glue coming through where the holes are here. But I love the flowers. I just went through and glued some on some of the pages and pockets. Here is another beautiful old postcard, Olympic Palace Hotel, Carlsbad. And let's see, kind of hard to read the postmark on here. It's very old. I used my stamp with the writing on it. This has been worth its weight in gold. I have used this so many times. It's small enough to stamp on small things, or you can put it all over the page and it's just really pretty. Just a piece of fabric folded over to make a tab, and I stapled that in place. There is a playing card and just more paper. Here's where the glue's coming from. This is a little scrap of fabric that came from Nancy. Nancy is another friend that I've met through the channel, and I thought it was so pretty. I just glued that right into the center, so it's not sewn in, but it does give me a couple of hidden writing spots. A pocket. This is made from just cutting an envelope in half, gluing the flap down, and then I cut a little dip in that side so that it's easy to slide things in. Here's an old Flinch card and just a pretty tag with just a strip of cotton fabric in there. And here's the other part of that bill, playing card, really pretty book page. Then there's a time card and another little piece of fabric. A really pretty postcard. This one has cats on it. A lot of them had garden images or cats in the garden. And another old Flinch card. This is an old calendar page from Durham, where I live. And then here is a little bit more of that stationery. I'm not sure how much is in each pack. It may just be one sheet. It may be 2 sheets. I don't really remember. Might be just 1 sheet because I didn't have enough to go around twice. Another pretty paper flower. Here is a book plate with the butterflies on it. And then there's the belly band that stretches onto this side. A tag and a time card. And then here is just the beautiful card that Deb sent. Just her beautiful note in there. So that is in the back pocket here so that I can keep up with that. And this is just a little, it's like a little card that you can put yarn on. It's made out of plastic. You can put thread or yarn. This has got some cord. I just thought it was pretty to have that in there with a safety pin. And I did not make a tie for this or a closure for this per se. I don't know, sometimes I like to just have something that wraps around it, and the color is really pretty. It looks like fall and late summer, definitely. So that's that. I'm going to be right back with fun packs.